Hello there, lovely people, lovers of the tarot. So, a couple of days ago, I drew this card, the Devil Reversed, and so I've been taking a little bit of time out to ask myself what this is about in me. And yeah, I saw a couple of stories that I'd love to share with you, and I hope that it helps you in some way. So, first thing when I was looking at this card, I was seeing, how the devil in his nature is that darker side of ourselves. It's that part of us that unconsciously attaches to something that keeps us low in vibration. So the chains that are around the neck of the naked people are the chains that attach us to our habits and all of our addictions in life, and all of what we are invested in a way which keeps us small, keeps us little, keeps us very grounded on the earth, which we kind of like, but then a little bit too grounded and low and in the mud and in the dirt. The devil represents our critical thoughts, which puts us down, or that darker scary parts of ourselves, that inner narcissistic quality that comes out every now and then in certain circumstances. It represents our fears, and so the whole shadow is encapsulated in the devil card, and we don't really see our shadow, which is why it's in the shadow in the first place. We don't really want to accept our shadow. We don't really feel comfortable with it, so that's why it is in the shadow. It's not seen, it's in the darkness of ourselves. And so this is a already dark card, and when it comes upside down, it asks the question, well, there's something that we're putting in the shadow that we still aren't seeing, or we're even more in denial about. And so I realized when this card comes upside down, there's an even deeper need to get naked, be a little bit honest with ourselves, and ask ourselves a few simple, honest questions like, do I have any addictions, any habits that I'm hiding so well that I think that they're not bad habits, or that I think that this isn't a bad voice or a critical voice that I need to address or even own and take a look at in my life? Am I really that much in denial? And I looked and I saw some obvious things in my life that maybe I'd passed off as being positive to myself, or persuaded myself that weren't that bad, and told myself, oh no, this is actually a good part of me, this is good for me, it feels good, this is me following my heart, when in reality it's not. In reality, there were some things that I was doing that were not helpful, not useful for me, not really aligned with what I really want and what's important for me. And yet I was persuading myself it's okay to do this, it's okay to do that. And yeah, it took a little bit of a reality check, and I think he calls for a reality check. When you're unconsciously suppressing something that's already unconscious, it asks for a deeper level of honesty. It asks for us to maybe step into a more objective frame of mind, step outside of ourselves for a moment or two and have a look. And I also realized, it's one thing seeing certain habits that we might have that might be negative for us in our life. It's another thing doing something about it. We can see that we're chained up and we can go, oh look, I'm chained up. But then the rest of the world around us is also chained up in different ways. And this world and the society around encourages us to stay chained up and to stay small and to stay little. And so it's even more difficult to break that pattern. And there's a fear with this card upside down of taking the chains off. And it's a valid fear. It's a fear which will come hand in hand with the fear of disconnection from the world that is also so chained up already. And why would we want to disconnect from the world? The thing is that when we connect with our hearts and when we take the chains off and we liberate ourselves from old patterns and old habits and bad addictive habits that we might have, then we will feel so much freer, and in that freedom we can feel strength, and in that strength we can learn to open up and embrace more of the world around us. So yeah, if this card comes up, take a deeper look at it. Love to hear your comments. Love to hear how the subtleness of our darker nature is asking us maybe to take a look and see what is potentially dark in what we might judge as being good or light or right. And then having the will and the discipline, a lot of the time, for me at least, the discipline to make a change, to take that chain off, not just once, but many times, because it'll slip back on again. Unconsciously, we'll put it back on again without realizing it, and we'll have to say, no, I can take this chain off. It's easy to take off once, but we need to learn to take it off over and over again, so that becomes a new habit as well, a more positive one. I hope you have a fantastic day. Love to hear your comments, as I said, and yeah, like and subscribe and all those beautiful things.